I think that the best thing that parents can do in terms of setting the stage is to really have an understanding of what's your core values as a family around substance use. One of the biggest things that I see and the biggest complaints that I hear of the adolescent boys that I treat is that it was okay until it wasn't okay. And I think a lot of parents look at adolescent substance use as a rite of passage, as a thing that kids just do. And that's true for some of them. Not every child that uses drugs is going to turn into a drug addict. Not every kid that drinks alcohol is going to turn into an alcoholic. But you really don't know. You really don't know that for sure. And so one of the things that I think is really important for families is to understand what their core values are around substance use and communicate those core values really early. Because one of the biggest things that I've seen happen is that parents allow their children to use substances and expect them to use them responsibly, which is kind of an oxymoron because teenagers don't do much responsibly. Why would they use drugs responsibly? It's very difficult and it's a really tall order. And so then they're not able to use responsibly. And then everyone comes in, there's this huge problem and we have to send them to treatment or we have to get them to counseling and we have to do all this stuff. And the teenager's saying, you said it was okay, and now you're saying it's not okay, and that's really confusing for them. And so I think it's just really vitally important for parents, caregivers, whomever is involved in the village of raising this child to have an open dialogue amongst the adults and say, look, this is our standard, this is our expectation, this is our understanding, this is what is right for us as a family. We don't care what the neighbors are doing, we don't care what the other people in the PTA think. This is what our core values are as a family around substance use, and to communicate those really clearly and consistently, because the thing that teenagers are the most adept at is identifying hypocrisy. And it's really important to be authentic and to just say, this is our expectation, and as long as we are a family here, this is what needs to happen. And so I think that that's an important piece that I see a lot of the families that come into treatment struggle with.